Ice, the Skaters Championship from the MCI Center in Washington. We're getting set for the women's event. Josée Chouinard conferring with her husband Jean-Michel Bombardier. Josée just completing a cross-Canada farewell tour. At her best, few competitors exude the pure joy of skating like Josée, who sees her career coming to a close.
Yes, I've done my farewell tour. I'm not going to be touring anymore. I want to be more home. I'm in school right now. I want to start coaching more. So in order to get those two things going, I needed to slow down a little bit. But that doesn't mean I'm hanging up the skates. So I want to perform still. The passion is there, like I say. But I want to make sure that I leave my professional career the way I want. And I didn't leave the amateur the way I wanted.
The pinnacle of that amateur career was 1993. She regained a national title that she'd lost the year before with a skate in Hamilton that was a perfect 6.
Winning the second time was such a deeper satisfaction. It meant I belonged there. This is my place, and emotions weren't so much from the outside, but it was more inside. It was just deeper, and I think there was this moment where, you know, the music at the end is just finishing, and they know this is the last maybe 5 seconds of the program. The people are standing up, and you can hear all the click, 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 click of the chairs. The rink in Hamilton was packed, and I had shivers. Like, I cannot explain. I mean, it's not even going on the podium, getting the medal or the title. Or it was really like when you do the performance of your life, the feeling of knowing you couldn't have done better that day at that moment. It's hard to explain. It's so big. It's like, oh my God, you know. And just even still talking about it gives me shivers.
Unfortunately, Josée didn't experience that kind of moment on the international scene. A medalist in waiting who never was able to reach the podium.
When you're in the middle of it, you don't think there's anything else. And, you know, I agree, you should focus 100% to it, but there will be a tomorrow after. And it took me a while to accept, you know, it's easy to accept a positive result, but it's not that easy when you put so much effort to accept a negative result. But you are who you are, and there's a tomorrow. And I feel pretty amazed how much I've accomplished, how much I have done. If I was Olympic champion or world title, I would have expected a career in the professional circuit. But how much I've done in my professional career, I'm just amazed. I never expected it. And just like I'm saying to those younger skaters that are going to be performing at the Olympics and competing there, there is a tomorrow.
And there is a tomorrow in this Skaters Championship for Josée Chouinard as she tries to rebound from a 5th-place finish in the technical program. That performance, one that really mirrored the inconsistencies that plagued Josée throughout her international career. But here with an opportunity to move up with a program that is very close to her heart. It's a retrospective of her career.
Well, she may have wanted a chance at doing her technical program again, but I don't think she could do this one any better. That was an exquisite performance.
Obviously, she's extremely emotional about this performance. You're right, Paul. She skated it as well as she can skate it. And had she been able to get a handle on her nerves during her eligible career, she might have been a world champion. She might have had an Olympic medal. But that doesn't diminish the impact she's had on Canadian skaters. She's always handled her brilliant moments and her not so brilliant moments with grace and charm.
9.8. A 9.7, the rest 9.8s, and we saw a little of the emotion that we saw when she won that memorable 93 national championship.
She was always one of those skaters that had she skated well, judges were just sitting, dying to pull up big marks for her.
5th place, her best at a world championship, 98.0. May mean she'll move up from 5th here at the Skaters Championship. Kristi Yamaguchi and more to come. More of the Skaters Championship in a moment. First, let's join Paul.
Here with Canadian champion Josée Chouinard. A much stronger performance this evening, a solid string of 9.8s. Looks like you could move up, but you were emotional. This is a very touching moment for you.
This is yes, there's lots of feelings in this program. The music sends a message, and it's with times. It says avec le temps, and it's with times. It heals wounds. You remember like amazing memories. It's all with times, you know, like what you can achieve with time, what you've become with time, and it's all that in 4 minutes, and it means a lot, especially towards the end of my career where I decided to slow down. It means a lot. There's lots of meaning to this song.
And we'll see if Josée can move up with that artistic program. Lucinda Ruh is in 3rd place after the technical. She was 3rd here at the World Pros last year. The Swiss champion dazzled us once again with her trademark spins in that technical program.
This program is choreographed by Taller Cranston, and it's her tribute to figure skating.
At the age of 17, she moved to Toronto to train under Taller Cranston. I think you mentioned this earlier, Barb. It is nice that someone who did not have as illustrious an amateur career can still carve out a niche as a professional like Lucinda Ruh.
It's nice to see her being recognized finally, because she wasn't recognized as an amateur skater for her spins, but there's simply nobody in the world that can spin like this. And it's ironic because had she been a jumper, she may not have spent as much time on her spins, and she may not be in this position with this kind of opportunity competing at this level with the professionals today.
She made her impression at World Pro last year when she was invited to compete, and because of that, she will tour with stars on ice. And there's no better environment for a skater to be surrounded by the likes of Ilya Cooley, Kurt Browning, and Kristi Yamaguchi, all of the great skaters that participate in that tour to enable you to reach your potential as a skater. And we're seeing her reach that potential now.
A couple of the judges now recognizing the technical ability up to 9.9s. The artistic marks on whole are better for Lucinda Ruh. And that should be enough to keep her in third place at 98.16. Now time for Kristi Yamaguchi. She was second by just a 1/10 of a point behind Yuka Sato. And like Josée Chouinard, this is a program from the heart, trying to put into perspective an entire career of skating memories.
Kristi knows all about pressure. She knows what it takes to win.
I wonder if when all is done, anyone heard my voice. But from the start we have no choice. Our journey's just beginning. I'll never know if I was right. Did I fight hard? Or when the battle's won, should I have given in? But here I stand and swear to you, I did the best that I could do.
Upper body get outside on that triple loop attempt.
Hopefully she doesn't let that mistake break the mood that she's already set in this program. And it's as though this song was written exactly for this moment.
But with the mistake on the triple loop and Yuka yet to skate, I don't know if this will be a golden night here for Kristi, but the three of us had the privilege of watching her win in Albertville, and I'm thrilled to have been here tonight to have experienced this moment. There's the mistake. Upper body a little outside, and down she goes.
You have to remember she hasn't competed in 5 years. That's tough to do.
It's almost news when she falls, though, because
It is.
she just so rarely did it as a competitor.
9.8,
So 9/8, a couple of 9/9s.
The artistic marks,
So
9.9.
she wants to get off the road and spend a little more time on her personal life. She is married to Brett Hedekin, now playing for the Carolina Hurricanes. 98.68. Will that be enough with one skater to go? Yuka Sato prepares to skate for gold at the Skaters Championship. Competitor at the Skaters Championship has been the busiest competitor here. She was second along with Jason Dungeon in the pairs. And now Yuka Sato will skate for the gold in the women's event. Last year she was the winner at the World Professional Championship. So in essence, trying to do it twice in a row.
She alluded to it earlier in her interview in that skating both events, she's been so busy, she really hasn't had time to think, but she's in a wonderful groove in terms of, she's made but maybe one mistake in the 3 programs that she's skated so far, to see if it carries through for her here in this final performance.
She certainly has the momentum. She opens here with the triple toe loop. And it's a very strong program for her. The Color of Roses by Susan Anton.
Distant dream far from the shores of my feet. I sailed on this ocean where all I imagined could happen, and now you are here. It's so hard to touch what is out of our hands, to know and to trust what the heart understands. Only the ones who believe never see what they dream, never dream what comes through.
Excellent triple loop. It was the jump that Kristi had her fall on.
Life gives us magic, life brings us tragedy. Everyone suffers a loss. Still we have faith in it, childlike hope. There's a reason that outweighs the cost, and gravity
She had to be flawless, and she was.
She was in a zone. It was as though you knew no matter what she did or tried out there, she wasn't going to miss.
This is the opening triple toe of the program, and it set the tone for the entire performance.
Unlike Kristi, Yuka has continued to compete, and perhaps maybe she just still has that competitive edge, and it was just there tonight for her all night long.
Didn't take long for the 10s to come up. I think a lot of people wondered about how she'd do juggling two disciplines. It seemed to make her better. And it doesn't get much better than that. Perfect 10s from the entire panel.
Wow.
Not sure we've seen
We
that
don't
since
see that
Andrea
very
Martini.
often. Oh, yeah.
99.76, and Kristi Yamaguchi can only clap and acknowledge a champion's performance. Well, a very well-skated women's competition here, but really no question about who was best. Yuka Sato is the skaters' champion, and she's standing by with Paul.
Yuka, congratulations. How you feeling?
Great. I skated really well, and I was very satisfied with my pair number with Jason too. So, no complaints.
Now, you've done both. You've had the opportunity to go out there, skate pairs, skate singles. Do you have a different mindset for the two events?
Well, since I have been a single skater for a long, long time, when I go out there to skate with Jason, I have to give up my control and let him do his part. But that's been a little bit of a problem, but I think I'm just getting better. So.
Well, you were wonderful this evening in the ladies' discipline. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Winner of the World Pro last year, Yuka Sato follows up by taking the skaters' championship here ahead of Kristi Yamaguchi, Lucinda Ruh in third, and Josée Chouinard finishes fourth. But not much question that the skate of the night was Yuka Sato's.
With those perfect 10s for her artistic performance, Yuka Sato is the women's champion here at the Skaters' Championship. But not only does she shine brilliantly in the women's event, but with her husband and partner Jason Dungeon, she skates well enough to finish second in the pair event and really did give the current Olympic champions a run for their money.
Medal ceremony underway for the men, with Kurt Browning finishing second and Brian Orser third, but the night belonged to Ilya Kulik.
Ilya proved a couple of things here tonight, and that is that 4 years later after Nagano, he still got his Olympic legs, and also he has come into his own as a professional skater. This is his biggest win to date. He has found his groove. Unfortunately, Kurt didn't find his groove tonight. We've seen that program performed brilliantly in the past. Tonight wasn't brilliant for Kurt.
Even with the 3 perfect 10s for Kurt Browning. Now, last year it was the World Pros, this year the Skaters' Championship, and Paul, you see some changes on the horizon for the pro scene.
Well, as we all pack our bags to head off to Salt Lake City for the 2002 Winter Olympic Games, there will be new Olympic champions crowned in the sport of figure skating. As is always the case at the end of a 4-year cycle and coming off of the Olympics, some of those skaters will turn professional, and I think it will be important that those who do come into the professional fold and give the current professionals who we've seen here tonight some new and additional challenges.